And I see characteristics of being. I think it's Brenda first, and then it's this group. Go.
You have to be between 18 and 70.
18 and 70.
You have to have a driver's license.
Driver's license.
And you also must be objective, impartial, and fair.
1, 2, 3. Go ahead, click it for me. This is from the notes I gave you. You got to be a U.S. citizen between 18 and 70. Have a driver's license, objective, impartial, and fair. Go ahead, touch the house. Pick me a category. Y'all have it.
Let's go presidency, 1 point.
Big spenders. Presidential term limits. You've got it, and you'll have it next.
It has to be 4 years per term.
Okay, that's true. Anything else you can tell me? 5. Anybody in the group can answer. 2 terms. Where's this from? 3.
2 consecutive terms. 2 consecutive.
-1.
What?
Go ahead. Your group's got it. And if you repeat something that's been said, I don't like that either. So go ahead. 5, 4, 3. Still waiting on where it's from. 2, 1. -1.
Oh.
What group? The angry group. Who's got it next? Is it Nor or is it this group up here?
It's Nor.
I need y'all to help.
We got it.
Okay, it looks like Rod says it's this group.
Get it on the...
Zoom in on her good chart.
No, don't. The 23rd Amendment.
-1. What group is that? The German group. I do think it's Nor this time. Go.
Okay, 22nd Amendment, Section 1. President cannot serve more than 10 years.
President, 22nd Amendment is right. That's one for the communists. And actually, it is more. Can you explain to me how that 10-year thing works? Anybody in the group? 5.
2 4-year terms and 1 term from another president.
What about this other president's term? 3.
She said it.
Say it again. 2.
So you can only do 2 4-year terms.
Got that.
1 term from other standards.
That sounds like another 4-year term.
No.
Anybody can help her. Explain it to me. 3. Go ahead, say it.
Doesn't it have to be
Char, zoom in on her.
Doesn't it have to be less than 2 years?
It does have to be less than 2 years. That's the 10-year rule. So if you take over in the beginning of somebody's term, you can only be elected once. If you have to take over at the end of somebody's term, you can be elected twice. Okay, quiet down. Pick me a category. Go. Oh, yeah, click it, by the way. 22nd Amendment. Okay, I guess Rod's ready. Pick me a category.
What's the blank?
Articles, 2 points.
Articles for 2.
Oh, crap.
List all you can. Click it, Rod. You've got it first. Giovanni will have it next. The cell phone case.
Oh, was that today?
Was that today?
How many cell phones have we talked about? 5.
Okay, that's the beginning.
4.
Okay, that's the
3. Hang on. Quiet. Go.
Okay, first the case we talked about today, and it was 2 co-workers. They were at a bar.
What was his name?
Chris Snow.
It was Chris Snow. 1, 2. Tell me more.
Okay, they left, and they both went to the beach.
2 co-workers were at a bar and left. 1, 2.
And then they went to the beach consensually, but then the woman went and lost consciousness.
Lost consciousness or passed out?
And the text and the article says lost consciousness, but then you noted it could be either or.
Okay, I'm losing patience.
Okay, and then he undressed and he took pictures of her, and then
He did. He actually, when she was unconscious, he began to undress her and take pictures.
And then there was someone who called, and it was an anonymous tip, and then from a payphone.
Passerby from a payphone. Go.
And then police came, and then
Found
her.
Okay, the police found her putting him in the car. That's true. But what's the issue?
And then the issue is that he got to the guy, whatever, but he searched through his phone without a warrant. So then they
Cops
lost
went
evidence.
through his phone without a warrant and found.
And then they got a warrant to go to Sprint, to go to this carrier. So they got a legal warrant to...
Okay, so they didn't have a warrant at first and found pictures, and then because they found pictures, they got a warrant and went to the carrier and found out who he sent these things to. What was Chris Snow's issue?
Both of them are illegal because the first warrant was issued because of an illegal reason.
Because they violated his 4th Amendment right.
Oh, 4th Amendment right. This was considered an unreasonable search and seizure. Tell me more. Anything else? 4.
The court ruled that it was a violation of his right.
Okay, why? 3.
Because he didn't give them permission to search his house.
He didn't give them permission. When could it have been legal? Okay, I got that, but there was something else.
After
2.
they had gotten the warrant.
Not involving a warrant. When could it have been legal? 2, 1. Go ahead, Giovanni.
It was consent.
Okay, if he gave consent, but there was something else. Angry V is now in the positive. When would it have been legal if, in fact, it didn't involve consent or it didn't involve a warrant?
If he saw it.
If he saw it, yeah, if it would have actually been plain view. So if it would have been like the dime bag, but they held that it was actually like what? Like a trunk because it was actually closed off. Anything else you can tell me? 4. Your class didn't have this one, so don't worry. Yeah, 4. Anything else? 3, 2.
He was charged with second-degree sex offense.
Oh, he was charged with second-degree sex offense.
Secret peeping to photograph.
Secret peeping, photographic imaging, that's close enough. Anything else?
The court threw it out.
Okay, the court threw it out. I think I've heard that. Go ahead, Valeria.
I was going to say that
Zoom
he
in on her.
walked because there was no precedent.
This actually was the first time that a case like this had heard. So actually, yeah, that's a really nice catch on this. Go ahead, touch the house. Valeria, you gave me the last correct answer. Pick me a category. It looks like 0, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 32, 1, 1, and 9.
32.
Gotta go.
Articles 3.
Articles for 3. List all you can. Click it, Rod. Impeachment. You have it first. You've got it second. You've got it third. You know what? Yeah, you'll be in there too. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Y'all have it. Go. Impeachment.
It has to be brought up to the House. Like, it has to be brought up by the House, right?
Richard Nixon was impeached for Watergate.
Yeah.
-3.
What?
No, Richard Nixon was not impeached. Who's got it next? Actually, I said y'all did. Oh my gosh. Go ahead. No president has ever been impeached. -3.
Two presidents.
Oh,
Obama was impeached.
What is two presidents?
Angry V's group. Go ahead.
Two presidents have been impeached. It was Andrew Johnson and Bill Clinton.
Andrew Johnson was impeached and Bill Clinton was impeached, but tell me the process of impeachment. Quiet down, quiet down. You guys have it.
Impeachment is when Congress, when the House, they vote with a simple majority to charge someone. It doesn't have to be a president.
1, 2, 3. The House actually charges, so impeachment is considered a charge. 1, 2, 3, and it is actually with a simple majority.
And the Senate, so you could get impeached by treason, bribery.
Okay, hang on. So what's the Senate's role?
The Senate is like the legislature, and they're presided over by the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court.
Okay, so the Senate is the what?
The jurors.
The jurors. The Senate is jurors. 1, 2, 3. Presided over by the Chief Justice. Anybody in your group has this. You don't have to raise your hand. You can just blurt something out.
There were two that had been impeached, but they weren't actually convicted.
Okay, I think I'm losing patience. 5, 4,
When the Senate,
3.
The Senate
2.
67 votes.
You do need a 2/3 vote. 1, 2, 3, and the 2/3 vote would actually convict. Anything else y'all want to say? You actually do. The punishment for impeachment would be removal of office, but this is not about jail. Anything else? 3.
I'm pretty sure you can't be pardoned if you've been for something you've been impeached.
That's actually true. You cannot be pardoned if you've been impeached because that would raise Article 2 powers over Article 1 powers. Exactly. Anything else? 3.
You can't pardon yourself as a president.
That's not the
Well, that hasn't
That's not true.
-3.
Well, that really doesn't have to do with impeachment. Who's the
-20.
-3? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
I can be persuaded. Who's got it next?
Can I ask something?
I'm waiting to see who's got it next. I need my helpers here. Okay, go. Now they're out already. They're out, and y'all are out.
I know it now.
5.
Okay, impeachment does not include jail time.
Has that been said? -3. -10. Who's next? Go ahead.
So if the president gets impeached, the vice president can take his place?
Yeah, I guess that's true, but I don't know. I might need something a little bit more. Do you have anything else? 4. Go ahead, you got it. Y'all are out.
May I add some example for the impeachment?
What's on?
May I add an example for the impeachment?
Go ahead.
Because, okay, there are two presidents in the United States has been impeached, such as Andrew Johnson and Bill Clinton are both the only two presidents.
Has that been said? Minus 6!
Okay, there you have. Okay, that.
Minus 6! I think I've had enough on this. Click the house. Who gave me the last correct answer? I think y'all did.
No, it was not.
Yeah, I didn't give you points for that. Go ahead, pick me a category. Gotta go.
Rude. Right?
Presidency for 4. 25th Amendment, first hand I see. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Y'all have it, go. 5.
Declares
4.
VP as president if current pres dies or removed. If there is VP vacancy, president must nominate a VP with majority vote from House and
Stop.
Senate.
Okay, so y'all, this is the German group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, first one. If the president cannot continue, the vice president takes over. Give me the second one again. 5.
The president must nominate a VP with majority vote from House and Senate to approve of that.
How is that different? What's important about that? 4.
He does not need the approval of the Senate.
We'll say again.
He does not need the approval.
Minus 4! Okay, I think I said y'all had it next.
It's different because for all other presidential appointments to the cabinet,
Yeah.
and judiciary seats, you need to. It's solely the Senate. The House has no
but for
say
this one?
whatsoever. But for this one, it includes the House.
Simple majority of both the House and the Senate in order to approve this. Why did they feel the need to put this in Section 2? So Section 1 is what y'all said. Section 1, if there is an absent, the president can't handle his duties, then ultimately the vice president will take over. Section 2 explains how the president can appoint a vice president with simple majority of the House and the Senate. Why did they put that in there?
Because they thought it would be a bad idea for the president to not be able to appoint a vice president.
Okay, actually,
if there is no vice president and the president dies, the speaker becomes president.
I'll give you half on that. Really, the key thing on this is that the president was not appointing vice presidents because it wasn't mentioned anywhere. What's Section 3?
Okay, the president can't handle the job, then the president can transfer power to the vice president for some time.
And George Bush did
1, 2, 3, 4. If the president is unable to fulfill the duties of office, the president can transfer the power to the vice president. What was that example?
George Bush did that with Dick Cheney.
And it was actually for what? You remember why? Medical. What other possible reason might a president transfer to the vice?
Emotional duress, like if his family was kidnapped.
The West Wing example. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anything else? You guys still have it. 4. I'm losing patience. 3.
And then when he feels he's able to hold to exercise the duties of the office again, he just has to send him a letter.
When the president actually says, hey, I'm giving it up, but I can take it back, the president can actually get it back. What is Section 4?
The vice president can remove, and with the majority of with the approval of the majority of the cabinet, can remove the president from office effective immediately.
1, 2, 3, 4. The vice president and the cabinet can remove the president.
And the president, if he disagrees, he can.
Okay, they have enough now.
He can contest it.
You have to be more active.
In the legislature.
Okay.
And they can override the cabinet and the vice president if they so desire.
Okay, on this last Section 4, the president cannot automatically retake the office. This has got to be given back. Can you give me one example?
We're independent women.
4, 3, 2, 1. I think I said you had it next.
One example is like if the president has a drug problem or family problem.
Drug problem or a family problem? Actually, yeah, that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the idea is that the president is not thinking as a president, but as a husband and father kind of a thing. Click it. Section 1, removal of the president. Section 2, vacancy of the vice president. Section 3, president giving up power. Section 4, the vice president taking power. Be comfortable with this one. This is a big question. Touch the house. Now, if y'all would, I'm usually good at picking the first 2. Help me pick out 3, 4, 5, 6 on this as the hands go up.
Left.
What's that?
20 seconds left.
Okay, don't worry about 20 seconds left. Just let me know about the battery. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. Pick me a category.
Articles 5 points.
Articles for 5. List all you can. You have it. The first hand I see will get it next. Click it. the duel. I think it's you next. I think it's you next, but y'all have it now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Me? Oh, there was a duel between the president and the vice president because... No.
5, hurry up and fix her. 4, 3, 2, go ahead.
2 people tied for the presidency. It was 2 people tied for the presidency. It was Hamilton and...
No, not Nixon. No.
Have y'all had enough? -5. Y'all have it. Go. Okay, what was the election?
The election was at 1800.
Just say it out loud. It's okay. The election of 1800 communists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who was running? 5, 4. John Adams. John Adams and Thomas Jefferson. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how does Aaron Burr fit into all this? Aaron Burr and Jefferson. The understanding was that Jefferson was going to run for president and Burr was going to be vice. But what happened in the election?
50-50 electoral.
They actually tied. And who determines the election in the electoral? And if the electoral college does not decide it? 5, 4. The House of Representatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tell me more.
So Alexander Hamilton went to speak to the House to basically convince them that Thomas Jefferson should be the president, and Aaron Burr had a problem with that. So he challenged.
Okay, so did it work? 5.
We tried to do a duel and then...
Well, go ahead.
Because Hamilton, not Hamilton.
4.
Hamilton to a duel and it didn't work.
No, I'm asking. You said Hamilton went to talk to them. Did it work? 3, 2. It didn't work. It did work. -5. John, go. Okay, so they tied, and Hamilton went to the House.
Hamilton walks in. He says, "I don't like Thomas Jefferson, but Burr will be the ruin of this
ruin of the country." And this is Hajar's group?
Yes, it is.
1, 2. Oh, wait, no. Now you're just at -1. Tell me more.
So he swings the vote. Burr is very upset, so he challenges to a duel.
To a duel. Now you're in the positive at 4. So hang on. So let's make sure we got this. So Jefferson is elected president. Burr is vice president. Burr is angry at Hamilton because Hamilton threw the election.
Yes.
Okay, then what? The duel.
The duel. So Hamilton gets the first shot.
And?
He shoots right in there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, so it's a gentleman's agreement, and typically through custom, both people should shoot in the air.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And so instead, Burr pulls the trigger, shoots him, kills him dead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then what did Burr do?
Burr grabs a couple of his buddies. They go off into the Appalachians, and he commits treason, saying, "Hey, I'm going to create my own.
I'm going to create my own country and be the leader here." Ultimately, what was the result of all this? So Burr ultimately gets acquitted, and he was the vice president, shooting and killing the man that would be on the $10 bill. The treason was dropped. What was the result of this election of 1800?
The result of this election is the 12th Amendment.
And what does the 12th Amendment do?
The 12th Amendment allows. When the Electoral College creates votes on ballots, it's both the president and the vice president on one, so you're voting for the package. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Historically, at the beginning of the country, it would be that the person that got the most votes would be president, the person that got the second most votes would be the vice president, and all hell broke loose with this. So now the president and the vice president are elected together. Touch the House for me. Pick me a category.
No,
Yes.
Hamilton was not killed dead at that duel.
He wasn't killed.
Later.
It's the okay. If you want to put that in there.
10 points.
That's semantics. They're at 0.
Okay.
Literally, the study point should be Hamilton, the election of 1800 song. Literally, look it up.
Yes. Presidency 5.
Presidency for 5. Oh, we got our first drawing. Who from your group is going to draw?
And I have 19 minutes.
Okay, stop it.